wanted to support the growing youth program at CUMC. I'd say that's a pretty good reason to be here. And then there's number 5. My parents or friends made me come. This is what happens when I try to do the laundry. I don't know about you guys, but it gets kind of flooded. Sorry, Mom. Number 4. You just had nothing else to do. I mean, I know some of you might not just be getting invited to those high school parties anymore. Number 3, great food, great people, great entertainment. Number 2, you wanted to bid on an awesome weekend at Deep Creek. How about that? And number 1, the number 1 reason why you all came is this guy right here. Yeah. Although I can't give all the credit to myself. We had and have some great performances coming up. So it's been a pleasure knowing all of you. I'm going to go leave. I'm done. No, I'm just kidding. So we have some special people that we're interviewing tonight. We have Christian, Corinne, and Kelly. Please come join me on the stage.
He's sick.
Hello. Is it on? Oh, it's on.
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, so guys, I would just like you to introduce yourselves, say where you go to school, and just what grade you're in. Okay? Okay.
Okay, I'm Kelly Fedko. I go to Bethel Park and I'm a sophomore. I'm Corinne Miller. I also go to Bethel Park and I'm a sophomore too.
I'm Christian Hoffman. I go to Peters Township and I'm a junior.
Interesting. For those of you that did not come here to see me, my name is Duncan George. I am a sophomore at South Fayette, and I play various sports, but we're going to save time. I'm not going to go through those. You guys don't need to know that. So, in addition to your already full lives, are you guys still in the youth group and chapel choir? Yes.
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 Thank you.
Yes.
Well, that is great. And are there any other church-related activities that you guys are involved in?
Okay, so we're involved in the Red Shirts program and also confirmation leaders.
Interesting. And what do you do as a red shirt or as a confirmation leader?
So as a red shirt, we basically hang around at church after the service and we try to welcome people in and get new kids to come to youth group.
Sounds like a good idea there, whoever made that program. Alyssa and Cammie made that program. Sorry. So let me ask each of you how you got involved in these church activities. So, Corinne, let's start with you. So, there is this person that's the youth group leader. Her name is Kirsten Miller. Are you guys related in any way? And if you are, is that the reason why you joined youth group and chapel choir?
Yeah, actually. Some of you probably know that my mom is the youth director, so I'm basically involved in everything, but I do choose to come. There's a little pressure from my mom, but yeah, I do choose to come because it's fun.
Shout out to Kirsten Miller. And Kelly, how did you get involved in these church activities?
So I've been in chapel choir since 7th grade. My mom sort of like pushed me to do it, and I really liked it, so I kept doing it. And then I became friends with Corinne my freshman year, and she was like, yeah, you should come to youth groups, and I did, and here I am.
Yeah, awesome. So I do remember, I don't know if any of you came here last year, but last year at the Cabaret, you did a pretty good duo. Would you care to explain why you're not doing a duo this year?
That's funny that you asked, Duncan. If I remember correctly, didn't I ask you to sing something with me this year?
That's a situation, isn't it? Moving on. Christian, I hear your mother might have had like a big role in the Cabaret. Is that why you are a part of all of this?
No.
No. Interesting.
I choose to be involved in the church because I want to be able to fundraise for the youth group so it grows.
You want to be able to fundraise for the youth group?
Yeah.
Good. And that is for the mission trip and choir tours this year?
Especially choir tour.
Especially choir tour. I would
Mostly
agree.
because of Disney.
Yes. Disney, that's right. But before we go there, let's recap about what we did this summer. Where did we go?
We went to Cincinnati and parts of Kentucky.
And this year, or last year, it was a combined mission trip and choir tour. So we both went at the same time to the same place. And would any of you like to or share anything that you learned from the trip about yourself?
I got to learn a lot about how lucky I am to, live in Western Pennsylvania with all the opportunities that I'm given because I got to help out a lot of little kids at the kids club that I went to, and I got to take them to a Cincinnati Reds game, and I walked on the field with them. It was a great experience. I got to create a special bond. They're not up there anymore, but it was with them. Yeah. Those are my kids, and they were awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, I know a lot of us were jealous they got to go to a baseball game. Well, we were doing things like Kelly's about to say.
Well,
Yeah, go ahead. You can say it. Go ahead. It's all yours.
so I actually ended up in a warehouse, packing adult diapers and sanitary pads. But it turned out to be a lot of fun, and I learned that it doesn't really matter what it is you do. It just matters that you're doing it to help someone else.
Okay, so I would kind of say the same thing as Kelly, because most of my job, I sat around and put fruit in bags all day. Duncan was at the same job as me. But every other day, we got to go back to the church that we stayed at, and we got to play with the kids. There was one girl in particular, her name was Serenity, and she adopted me as her big sister, so that was really cute, and it was really fun to play with them and hear their stories.
Yeah, it was really fun. I know I had a lot of memories from the trip. Would you care to share any of your memories? Okay, fine. I'll go first. So, my favorite memory is when we made a deal with Samson, our choir director. He was the adult in my room with most of the guys from the choir and mission trip. And we wanted to stay up late, just chilling in our beds, our floor beds, And so Samson he wanted to go to bed, so he said, okay guys, you can stay up as late as you want, but you have to come at 6 a.m., at 6 a.m., to go get donuts with me down the street from where we're sleeping. And we were like, okay, yeah, whatever. Classic response. And so we stayed up real late. And we woke up at about 5:45. I was real tired, so was everybody else. But I was consumed with getting myself dressed. So I was slowly going through the motions, And then I realized, uh-oh, everyone else is gone. So I'm in my room all alone, and I'm like, oh no, Samson's gonna be mad at me. So I'm running downstairs. I check my watch. I'm like, okay, it's 6:03. I'm good. I'm like, hey, Samson. You're late. Did you guys think of any memories?
Okay, so probably my favorite memory was when all the guys from our youth group got together and did the lip sync challenge to I Want It That Way.
I think we have a video for that. Unfortunately, we came in third out of 4 teams, but... So you guys have any last memories you'd like to share?
One of my memories, I don't exactly remember how it goes, but every morning the people who organized it would come on the loudspeakers and they would be like, "Wake up everyone," and they'd play really loud songs. And so one night we got really sick of it, and Lila had the bright idea to unplug the speakers so we didn't have to listen to it. So yeah, that was really funny.
Yeah, it was, they would come on and they would just say, "Wakey, wakey, campers." And then they would play some really weird song. The duck song, that's right. And so are you guys going on mission trip or choir tour this year? Yes, both.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. And remind me, where are we going on the mission trip this year?
Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina.
Blue Ridge Mountains, North Carolina. Interesting. And where is the chapel choir going?
The chapel choir is going to Washington, D.C., then Charlotte, Tampa, and Orlando.
Wow. And does that include Disney?
It does.
Wow. I don't know if any of you remember from last year, but Samson did promise that we were going to Disney soon. I wasn't thinking the next year, but thanks, Samson. Okay, well, thank you for coming up. You guys can head up the stage, or you can stay up here and be my little audience on stage, too. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so now I'm going to play a little quiz with all of you. No more hot seats up here. So tonight's quiz is called, How Well Do You Know Your Pastors? So this is just a warm-up question, so it should be easy, right? How do you pronounce Pastor Seth's last name? Is it A, McPherson, B, McPherson? A? Man, you guys better hope you're not wrong. C. Okay, you know what? I'm not going to be able to do this when you guys are shouting it, so how about you guys raise your hand if you think it's A, McPherson? Okay, that's a lot, that's a lot. All right, let's see B, McPherson. Ooh, the correct answer is A, McPherson. Okay, so the majority of you got that one right. That's good, that's good. There he is. Maybe McPherson voters should have a go chat with him for a little bit. Yeah, that's right, a confession. Okay, so now we're going to play Who Said It? Okay, so I asked the pastors a series of questions, and I picked a response from one of the pastors, and you are going to have to guess which pastor responded in this way. So, when asked, "Do you like pineapples?" which pastor responded by saying, and it's only Pastor Chris or Pastor Seth? On your pizza. On your pizza, that's right. Thank you, thank you. See, Mom, my scriptwriter, she's got it. So, when asked the question, "Do you like pineapples on your pizza?" which pastor responded by saying, "No, the only toppings that belong on pizza beyond pizza sauce should come from things that either moo or oink." Raise your hand if you think Pastor Seth responded in this way. Ooh, okay. Pastor Chris, I'm gonna guess that's the rest of you. Well, it is indeed Pastor Seth. Wow. When asked the question, what is your favorite restaurant? Which pastor responded by simply saying, Buffalo Wild Wings. Is it Pastor Seth? Is it Pastor Chris? It's Pastor Seth again, guys. Okay, we're 0 for 2 on the main questions here. When asked the question, what is your favorite brand of toothpaste? Which pastor responded by saying, Colgate. Any other brand, I would prefer not even to brush at all. Pastor Seth. Pastor Chris. It is Pastor Chris. When asked the question, who is your favorite daughter? Which pastor responded by saying, the one who is not asking me for money? Pastor Seth. Pastor Chris. Pastor Seth. When asked the question, what is unique about you? Which pastor responded by saying, I love light. If I am home alone, I usually have every light in the house on. Pastor Seth. Pastor Chris. There we go. We got that one right, Pastor Chris. When asked the question, who is the funniest staff member? Which pastor responded by saying, definitely Bradley, who has a very quick way with words. Pastor Seth. Pastor Chris. Oh, that one's a close one. That one's close. Some of you are falling out here. The answer is Chris, Pastor Chris. Now, on the contrary, Pastor Seth, his response was, well, Bradley just thinks he's funny. He's not actually funny. There they are, Samson and Bradley, that dynamic duo. All the way back there. There he is, hi.